Just call it what it is it's a fucking Dookie Boy round. Fucking 5,000% of fucking Dookie Boy round. God damn, what you need to see to fucking wake up? Does the shit paddle have to slap you right in your fucking face for you to snap out of your stupidity?
Hello, my friends. We are back again to do this motherfucking shit, to make another shitty video in this fucking shitty ass room, in this Doogie Boy room. Yeah, I got, like I said, every once in a while a video jump out to me, and I let the one jumped out to me. Not a big channel, just some very low subscriber channel. Made a video. I can't remember the title of the video. It was something like "I'm sick of this world" or something like that, like type of shit that I'm into. I ended up leaving a comment like saying like those voices in your head ain't you, brother. That's like the fucking mind. I call it the mind virus, but he ended up being somebody that watches my channel, which I thought was interesting. He commented back, "Hey, blah, blah, I know about you, whatever, in the Dookie Boy realm." And once I read Dookie Boy realm, I'm like, oh my god, bro, I got to get the whole world saying Dookie Boy realm now. And that made me laugh, bro. That was a good moment. But anyways, so what do I want to talk about? So the whole reality is contaminated. I mean, man, it's just gotten, this whole reality is literally like cursed. The whole reality is just nothing but sections of curses on top of curses. It's just like a contaminated. The whole reality is contaminated, like as if a black evil demon casted a spell on everything. So what do I mean by that? It's like, well, like, okay, I go to eat a bowl of cereal, and it's like, well, you can't eat that. If you crush all that cereal up and put a magnet next to it, you'll see all the heavy metals that are in it. It's like, whoa, what the fuck? Oh, by the way, some of those, especially, the obvious ones, every seed oil, the high fructose corn syrups, but all the shit that they put in processed foods. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's contaminated. I'm just like, oh, okay, so I'll stay away from processed foods. Let me eat like, an old school American diet. Dudes used to work into their 80s where their hands would get super big and blah blah blah. I'll eat some meat and potatoes. Like, well, those potatoes were heavily sprayed or with pesticides, or they were grown genetically modified, or it's like, oh, it's contaminated. Well, what about the steak? It's like, well, that cow grew up on a farm. It wasn't grass fed, so it was pumped full of antibiotics and steroids. And it's like, that's contaminated. Okay, so let me go eat one of these exploding watermelons or bendy bananas. It's contaminated. Everything's contaminated. The whole realm is fucking contaminated. Let me go do something for fun. What can I do for fun? Oh, I can go to a bar and get drunk with a bunch of other drunk people. So that's what adults do for fun in this existence, this reality. That's the pinnacle of the human. No, let's go to an opera. Would that make me more? I don't want to do that shit neither. What is it that humans do? That's like, I don't know, not contaminated or gross. Like, would bars lead to one night stands and people cheating on their spouses? And it's just like, it's not a place. You wouldn't bring your kids to a bar. You know what I'm saying? Like, you wouldn't bring your kids to a bar. It's not a place that conduces like a happy family environment type. Like, what do people do for fun? And you may say like, oh, there's hundreds of things. You could play laser tag. You could play mini golf, or you go bowling or shoot pool or whatever it is that people do. It's like, man, there's nothing of substance in the contaminated realm. It's just, I wish there was, like, me making YouTube videos, trying to wake people up or whatever it is I'm doing here. I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't think you can wake people up. I think this is scripted. So I guess I'm just playing my little part, my little role in it, because I'm motivated to do what I'm motivated to do. I have no say so anyways. I'm scripted. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just being a little NPC in the fucking Matrix program. But the whole Matrix program's contaminated. Even the shit, I could even get into the psychology, the minds of individuals. I can get into the psychology of it and fucking tell you how contaminated this realm. It's contaminated everywhere, bro. It's not just the food. Even the entertainment. Like now, like your people. I'm not even into sports, but if you were into sports, you're finding out how scripted sports actually are. Like how it never. It's just like, and when you tell sports guys, most of them deny it. Like they're still going through the same trauma that early wrestler watchers went through when you told them wrestling was fake. It's like, and still to still, it's not fake. I've got 4 broken vertebrae and 3 ribs. It's like, dude, I didn't say you weren't doing something that fucks your body up. I'm saying it's fake in the sense that you guys aren't actually fighting. You are actually taking damage. A stunt driver can take damage. Does that mean he's in a real fight? Like, remember them wrestling dudes? Like, and then there's this whole thing about all my injuries prove that it's not fake. It's like, what are you talking about? We're not. You shifted it from it being an actual fight into it being because you taken damage that makes it real. Like, what are you talking about? It's a real fuck your body up sport, but it's not a real fist fight. Like those 2 guys aren't fighting. But back in the day, wrestlers, people that were into wrestling, they thought it was for real. And it's like, how could you though? Like the acting was so bad. Like, dude, have you guys ever seen? Well, now that UFC's popular, like imagine. A guy stopping mid-fight and doing that type of shit that Hulk Hogan would do, like making faces. He's got me angry now. Whoa, this guy's got me angry. Like, have you ever seen a fist fight and seen in the middle of a fist fight a dude start pumping up or ooh, it was obviously fake, and people I knew it was fake when I was a kid. I knew the difference between an actual battering taking place. It's like, these guys are 300 pounds. If that dude actually slammed that dude that's 160 like violently, he would crush his bones, and one slam the fight would be over. But 37 slams in, you can't tell this shit's not. Well, anyway, why am I talking about wrestling? I don't give a fuck about wrestling. But why did I get it? Well, anyways, even oh yeah, because of the sports thing, it's all scripted. But I've seen a couple football guys that go, you know what? It is weird when you think about it. There's a lot of weird plays that happen, or they'll just do stupid shit, or the ref will call a weird thing that just don't make sense, and it makes the game go the other way, and blah, blah. And again, I'm not into sports, so I can't really come. I'm just talking about based off what I've heard other people say that are like my buddy Dave that's in the football or whatever. But even sports is contaminated. Like the mindless gobble that we zombify out. The human spirit's contaminated. People's morality's contaminated. What else is contaminated in this fucking realm? The schools are contaminated. I mean, you see some of the shit that they show, with this weird shit that they're trying to teach kids. And it's like, man, what the fuck is going on? Politics is completely contaminated. These are a bunch of demons sold their souls to Satan, money, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. They completely sold out to billionaires that want complete tyrannical control. This is a complete slave system at this point. And all they have to do is smile and say, no, it's not. And people go, okay, see. But anyways, humans are easy to control and to manipulate, and they know that. And they're like, fuck it, we're going to take advantage of it. And you almost can't blame them. And now when I click YouTube and I see the dumbness of humanity, I see all the little thumbnails and I see all the different little retarded versions of the meat monkey doing its thing now. And I'm just like, ugh. Ugh. It's contaminated. Everything in the fucking realm's contaminated. If you grew up in like this, I don't want to be that guy because I used to hate hearing that guy. You grew up in my time, but back in the 80s and shit, like shit wasn't as contaminated. You could tell it was in the process of getting contaminated, but it wasn't as contaminated. Like movies were funnier. They had more substance. the mindless entertainment. Movies became contaminated. Once like billionaires realized that this was a money pot, it became contaminated. Once the billionaires move in, it's like gaming in the beginning was so innocent and beautiful, and okay, well, you could say reclusive kids or kids that don't have friends, kids that don't have nobody, something to do. They could go on an adventure in their own bedroom or whatever type shit. And then once people were, oh, there's what? Wait, what? You made, in the early days, you could say 1.5 million on that game, Final Fantasy you made, like in the Nintendo days, early, maybe even Atari. But once the cash cow, video games became contaminated. Once they moved in, once it becomes about money, everything becomes contaminated, and it's the same in relationships. We all know, not even that we have to see it. Well, I'm sure we all have seen this happen before, but where a guy will lose his job, something bad, and even if it's something that ain't his fault, not like this, oh, this dude just lazy, he just wants to sit around, like the dude slipped a disc or something at work and he can't fucking lift anything, like, but he'll lose his job. And it's interesting that immediately after that he loses his old lady, like a domino effect. I wonder what happened. It's like money contaminates relationships. Even money's just so dark and evil. The things people will do for money, money's contaminated. The people are contaminated. The people in general. Well, obviously, I said even the psychology and all that, but the people are even contaminated. It's like, man, it's sad. What is happening in this reality is sad. If you're okay, so man, it's like watching a dying beast eat its own guts to survive. Just, I don't know what to call this reality. It's just demonic and disgusting. Such a low level, and not in a way like, oh, I'm consciously past it. I've grown, I've matured, I'm an adult. No. In a way like, it's dark and evil and sadistic and fucking weird and creepy, and I see it the way that it actually is. It's not just a bad reality. It's a sadistically evil reality that forcefully subjects the participants to a bizarre experience that never had to be that way. This whole reality is contaminated. Right down to the story or script of it is contaminated. This fucking realm is contaminated. It's disgusting. Show me something beautiful anywhere where it matters. Don't show me a faith in humanity video where I see a guy save another guy's life and grab him before he tries to commit suicide, or this dude will save this little girl's life before she gets hit by the train. Or no, I'm talking about little moments where the goodness that's in the sufferers of the slave demonic realm. I'm talking about those little moments because that goodness comes from their hearts. The goodness is inside of them. But they're put inside the realm. Goodness is not inside this realm. Not in the script of it, not in the way it is, the way we experience it. This realm is disgustingly contaminated, like it's been cursed by God. This realm is cursed by the God that created it. It's disgusting through and through. Well, I know what I'm going to name this video. This realm's fucking contaminated. I mean, just it is. This is a contaminated, man. What ain't? Can I eat some fucking almonds? No, there's so much sodium, and just like, man, what can I do? Can I have a glass of water? No, you don't want to drink that water, man, unless you got it filtered and reverse osmosis and distilled. Man, that's some weird water. It's contaminated. Everything's contaminated. Can I do anything in this motherfucker? Can I even die in this bitch and not deal with contamination? No. When you die, somebody's gonna have to pay for your funeral, and you're gonna become a burden. Oh man, I just wish I could rip this fucking filth off of me. I hate everything about this cursed fucking demonic realm. It's disgusting. This place is disgusting. A demon would want to live here. A gross demon. Gluttony. A demon with ooze coming out of its mouth and its guts exposed. Just who would want to be in a fucked up realm like this? That ain't some sadistic weirdo in their own mind. Like when you get off of on suffering, I want to see animals rip each other apart. What is wrong with the creator of this realm? His soul is contaminated and we're to blame? Something's wrong. Oh no, our souls are the ones. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we need to be punished for what we do. What the fuck? What the fuck? Man, that's like the slaves being punished for what the slave master's doing. What the fuck are we talking about? We need to be punished? This God is demonic and evil, man. That motherfucker needs to be punished. Man, needs to deal with any kind of punishment. I don't think it's us that deserves it. We're subjected to a scripted reality. How the fuck would we? Anyways, don't get me started. Well, don't get me started. I got myself started. Thanks, Chris. Don't get me started. No problem, Chris. Hell, he really is talking to himself. Bro, I'm just so, man, you know, I really wish I could say something happy or nice about the fucking reality my soul was forcefully subjected to. That'd be nice. Wouldn't it be cool to say some good shit about this fucking reality? Yo, guys, in politics, this motherfucker is actually a really good person and changed the reality into something good. Yay! Yo, guys, in fucking pharmaceuticals, they actually found a cure for fucking AIDS or cancer or something. Yay! No, because it's all contaminated. The pharmaceuticals are contaminated. Everything's contaminated in this fucking reality. If you're dying and on your way out, boy, the pharmaceutical companies don't love to be there, especially if you've got some insurance. And contaminated demons can't wait to dig their fucking claws and fangs into you. Fucking the contamination realm of filth and disgust. Hitler didn't even deserve to experience a reality this fucking disgusting. What a filth pit. What a fucking filth pit. We'll see if he revs it up. Put some light in this video. Take me out of this hellhole I've dug, this mental hellhole I've dug, this pit I've dug myself into. Speaking honestly about the reality I observe. Really though, really, like what the fuck is going on here? Who? You know, when I had a Savannah monitor named Elvis, he had a 180-gallon aquarium. It was huge. He ended up being pretty large before I ended up having to give him away. But I had to basically start like a little mouse village. And bro, unless you're ready to see some gruesome ass shit, don't try to start a little mouse tank to have food for your Savannah monitor, because mice are gruesome. They look cute. Squeak, 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 squeak. They look cute. And bro, well, anyways, I don't want to talk about the things I've seen, but like literally seeing shit that's stuck, bro. Like I was like, I didn't know they would do shit like that. But anyways, it just, they are disgusting, grotesque little creatures, man. It's like, I remember seeing that, and it always stuck with me. It's like, that's humanity to me, man. We are just gross, thrown into this cage of this cesspool of hell. And then you hear about it, the ease of people get guilt tripped for not being angels. It's like, motherfucker, do you know where we just were? What is this place? What is this place other than some sort of soul trap? That's literally the only thing that makes sense to me anymore. We're in a reality where if you can't find some sort of delusion to sell back to yourself, to cope with the undealable with reality, you're going to suffer in this reality. People that believe in God literally, statistically, live longer than people that don't. That false hope really is something. I remember someone said, if you're sober minding the apocalypse, kudos to you. I'm not just sober minding this month. I'm doing it the hard way every way. I guess you could say, well, I'm not sober minding. I smoke weed, but I definitely ain't taking psych meds. But it was on a psych med video where they had left that comment. I thought it was a funny comment, but yeah, it's a tough reality. I'm doing it with no meds and no God. But anyways, I'm not actually, no, I'm even a step further into hell. I'm not just doing it with no God. I do have a God still, except this one's demonic and evil. This dude's like sick, sadistic. He created a realm where, like a fucking lion will rip a zebra's guts out. It'll literally be screaming. Or if you ever seen like a bear take a gazelle, they're like, that happens in its realm. Just look into war. Well, don't look into it. It's going to scar your mind. But the fact that I have to say that tells you how bad it is. Say like if you were to look into war or on any of the things that humans do to each other, it's so fucking barbaric. Makes the animal kingdom look happy and nice in comparison. I explain the animal kingdom, and it can be brutal or harsh to some people's minds. And what humans do is even worse. What they do is like planned, sadistic evil. Humans are fucked up. And I fight for humanity. I don't fight for humanity. Humanity's fucking disgusting. I fight for conscious souls to wake the fuck up out of this hell realm. If it's not just me being a scripted NPC. One sec, guys. Guys, by the way, it's not just like food. Like everything's contaminated. I actually because I'm sitting there, I'm like, there's things I left out. Because in this reality, there is nothing. It's like, for example, your bed sheets. What are your bed sheets made of? What's your shirt made out of? What's your underwear made of? Like, if it ain't made out of 100% organic wool or cotton, it's leaching BPAs, microplastics, and poisons into your body constantly. Do you have a fucking memory foam mattress? Well, it might be making you get sicker and sicker over time because of it's like everything in this bitch. Do you like technology? Well, it's watching you and it's contaminated. Do you like video games? Do you sit in front of blue light? Well, blue lights, dude, it's contaminated. It's like, man, everything in this fucking realm is contaminated. You can't eat nothing. You can't drink nothing. You can't put no fucking clothes on. You can't sleep in a fucking bed. You can't watch TV. You can't play video games. You can't watch sports. It's just like the whole realm's contaminated. And even if you get into one of these things, you're at this point, you're doing it. Like if somebody were to get into politics, God, just even thinking about that makes me want to vomit. But even they nowadays would be getting into it almost like with this pre-knowing that it is still all scripted bullshit like WWE. It's just so contaminated. Anything with system attached to it's contaminated. Just the realm of contamination. So beautiful souls get thrown into this realm. What does this realm do to them? It contaminates them. Then imagine this being a karmic wheel of samsara where people come to get better. Are you fucking crazy? This place contaminates souls and it contaminates everything. The second law of thermodynamics, entropy. The whole realm is literally cursed to die and wither. It's fucking disgusting. All right, I didn't know if I wanted to make different videos about these, but I'll just put them into this video because it's just a couple things. We want people to be NPCs, and dreams lined up perfectly to torment me. Oh, so we want people to be NPCs. And what do I mean by that? It's like, man, anytime somebody behaves any kind of way, different than the way you behave, you think they're weird. You think there's something wrong with them, or you wouldn't hang out with that type of person, or it's just like I understand. For me, personal relationships are based off of chemistry. I can tell pretty quick if I would get along with somebody or not. But it's just like so I throw in some little stupid shit. We want people to be NPCs. Okay, we want people to be NPCs. Like, what example could I? Okay, so oh man, I listen to Guns like back in the '80s and the '90s. I listen to Guns N' Roses, man. I listen to fucking. You think I'm gonna listen to that hip hop shit? I don't listen to that kind of music, man. I listen to this. I listen to Tupac. You think I'm gonna listen to that fucking devil worshiping music over there? Blah blah blah. And it's just like anybody that's different than you don't like them, or they're weird, or you wouldn't hang out. It's just like everybody wants everybody else to be exactly like them, and if they don't agree with them, there's some hateful ass fucking weirdo degenerate about it. It's like so everybody wants everybody to be exactly like them. So it's actually a realm. We talk about free will, NPCs. It's actually a whole realm full of non-NPCs wanting everybody to be NPCs is what's going on in this fucking reality. What a stupid realm this fucking reality is. Oh, you don't do the same types of things I did. Oh, you're weird, or shut the fuck up. Oh, you disagreed with something I said. Oh, then I'm unsubscribing for you. I don't like you anymore. You're evil, or you're a Illuminati shill lizard. Get the fucking lost, you stupid ass fucking weirdos out there. Get a life. Get a life, you pathetic bottom feeders. The dreams. Dude, the fucking this. So this is something I mentioned when I was a kid. Something I said like, bro, I was getting my fucking face punched in, or watching my siblings getting their faces punched in. I didn't have like a good childhood or a happy childhood. I mean, there were moments. I had moments of my childhood that are nostalgic to me or whatever, but because it was like a happy childhood. But I was tormented by nightmares, every dream. And looking back, there's some weird shit now that I like looking back in hindsight. It's weird, but every time I was in a dream, the second that I would realize in my mind, oh, I'm dreaming, every entity in the dream, even if it was a happy one, would all look at me simultaneously. And if I said it, they would all devour me. It was almost like there was something sentient or conscious present and aware of me becoming lucid in my dream realm state that didn't want me to be that way, that actually wanted to sort of traumatize that out of me. Isn't that weird when you think about it? So this happened all the time. This probably happened 30 times in maybe more. I don't know. I'm not good with like putting numbers. It happened a lot. As a matter of fact, it traumatized me. Now that I think about it, to become lucid in my dreams. Now I'm trying to retrain myself to do that, but it's very difficult for me. I think I'm going to have to just exhaust myself, like go 2 days without sleeping or something, and then fucking try it when I'm exhausted. But I'm going to have to do it the hard way or something if there is such a thing. But anyways, that happened to me. And actually, something else that happened to me all the time. All the time. Not all the time. Every time. Every time. Every time I had a dream that was just about to get really good. Chris, wake up. It's time to go to school. Huh? What? Every time. Every fucking time. Every time. And, like I'd be there in that dream with my dream woman, a dream girl, and just feel so passionate about her and just seeing her and excited every molecule in my body, and just then just the moment when I pull her in and I'm just about to kiss her and she rests in my arms waiting for the kiss, boom, somebody wakes me up out of it. I'm like, what the fuck? Can I have one moment of happiness? It's like And when I told my brother Dean this, he said, "Oh yeah, me too." He's like, "Yeah, me too. Every time a dream was about to get good, I'd have to wake up for." He's like, "It made me hate reality. It made me only want to sleep." Like, yeah, dude, isn't that weird? I said, "No, that makes no sense. That makes no sense unless our brains just programmed to torment us constantly." But that makes no sense because if it was happening organically, we would say, if reality was real, that might happen once in a lifetime. Excuse me. I shouldn't be drinking the coffee, honestly, while I'm making videos, but it helps me. Like, it keeps my mouth wet, and I got the water to wash it down. But uh, I ended up losing my train of thought, guys. One sec. Well, it's about that time, anyways. Or no, it's not. I'm sorry. I say, yeah. If reality was real, that might have happened once in a whole lifetime. Like, you were just about to hit that winning goal. You were just about to kiss that beautiful girl. You were just about to finish that race, and boom, and something woke you up. That might have happened once in a whole lifetime. But for it to meticulously time it perfectly every fucking time, how did my brain know when I was going to get woken up? How did whatever was doing this to me know when I was going to wake up and time it? Because I'm not I'm not a masochist. I don't enjoy the abuse. So why would my brain be doing this back to myself? Unless I'm just a participant in a scripted avatar. But there was something sentient in my dreams and nightmares. There was some sort of consciousness present, not just of what was the happenings of the dreams and nightmares. I say dreams, but it's almost uh, the only goodness I felt were the moments leading up to the moment where I was ripped off from all of it, which was just extremely depressing and miserable. Almost made it not worth it. Actually, just made the part where I got woke up out of the good dream even just much worse. So all the goodness leading up to it was actually really just to reel me in, which kind of lends credence to what Dr. Marzinski would say about the mind virus. It's exactly what they do. Anytime the demon voices or demons are actually nice, it's really only just to get them in the end. That's what he said. That's exactly how my dreams were. Everyone, everyone, everyone. Actually, there was one dream where I became lucid and I realized I was dreaming. I'm like, oh, I'm dreaming, but there was nobody around to eat me. I remember I was kind of standing like in a city, some sort of cityscape with like the yellowish or orangish street lamp type lighting, sort of dim lighting, and I was hopping and floating around. And I was kind of lengthening my floats. I was trying to fly. I guess you could say I was trying to fly, but I ended up hopping around and floating. And that happened for about a minute. Something, I can't remember what it was, some sort of lizard or some sort of lizard man type creature had come around the corner of one of the buildings and attacked me while I was trying to learn how to fly. I remember jumping and running, trying to run away from him and fly, or well, I was trying to fly away from him, but the more I became, I guess you could say, aware and focused on his presence, the less it almost seemed like the less my powers were working and my jumps were getting less high. And then he was able to like grab my ankle, just like, why is there always something trying to hurt me from feeling good? What is this? What is going on here? Why is my soul experiencing an experience that never wants my soul to enjoy it? Even when I go to sleep, and that's my favorite thing to do. I don't remember my dreams as well as I used to when I was a kid, but if I quit smoking weed, actually, when I quit smoking weed, I had a dream every single night, and fucking they were vivid, for crying out loud. Maybe let's just do that and try to lucid dream. But and I should take a tolerance break, but I always say that, and then I use it as my coat, and then pretend it's not a coat. But anyways, this yeah, it's like what a hellhole. I mean, I don't care what people describe this realm as. It's a flat earth, it's a ball earth, it's a fucking simulation, it's a real reality, it's a piece of shit. It's a piece of, man, put a Christopher Sedaris trademark on that motherfucker. It's a piece of shit either way. So if you say it's a simulation, first you have to say at Christopher Sedaris, piece of shit simulation. And it's always still going to fit. No, it's a at Christopher Sedaris piece of shit, real reality. Still a piece of shit. So Christopher Sedaris is always right. Man, you call it whatever you want to call it. Oh, it's this type of realm. It's that type of... Man, our experience sucks. This is stupid. The only reason you would put a soul into an experience like this is if you wanted it to suffer. The only thing I can imagine is a prisoner of war of some sort, a futuristic Starship Troopers type shit. We got captured and they literally, to really fuck the enemy up, put them in this Earth simulation to really, I don't know, fuck them up. You know, like that's the only thing I can think of. Like, why else would you create a simulation to torment somebody? Oh, it's to get us to grow into what though? Why does that conversation always ends there? Oh, well, see, this NDE got sent back and they were told they were on a mission. Okay, what's the mission? Well, what is your mission? Well, I don't know. I know I'm on one. What the fuck are we? Is this a game? Like, and humans fall for this. It's almost like this fourth dimensional being like slapping around a poor helpless puppy. It's so sad. It's like, what's going on here? That was I wanted to make a video about that. Maybe I'll just add that into this video too. Let me check. Oh no, I just redid the timer on that. It's sad. What's happening in this reality is really sad. I mean, it's almost like a Sims video game for a very powerful entity. And like I said, back in the day, we used to do it. We would build up them big old cities in the Sim video game. Do you guys remember that? Like, I mean, way back, like in fucking middle school, they had that Sims video game. And shit, in elementary, they had Oregon Trail. That game I loved that game. I used to love that game, Oregon Trail. But we'd build up a whole sim and city and then put a tornado on that motherfucker and just watch people go, and run, and we would laugh. And it's almost like we're a simulation or video game for God, and he's kind of doing the same thing to us now. Like, we say he's evil and sadistic, but from his perspective, it's like, you things don't matter. Shut up, you're a video game. And we're like, it's such an advanced video game that you got like the NPCs uploading YouTube videos talking about how this is a simulation. We need to get out of it, you know? Now, I take one sip of that motherfucker and I gotta start clearing my throat, for Christ's sakes. If that don't tell you, contaminated. But anyway, you know, just it's the creamer. I get the all natural. Even the coffee I get, it's the zero origin, low acidity, zero pesticide coffee. It still fucks me up. What was the subject? We want people to be NPCs in dreams. Oh yeah, I mean, unbelievable, bro. Just like, well, the whole realty's stupid, and then the human participants are so stupid. So it's like we're just fucked from all angles. The reality was created by a fucking retard that hates us and wants to see us suffer, and then we're thrown into it with other entities that lack morals and not just lack morals, but like I said in that, like, want everybody else to be exactly like them, and if they're not, immediately become hostile or angry at it. It's like, man, if somebody was doing some evil shit, I get that. If somebody just disagrees with you or has a different philosophy or whatever, it's like you become tactful or hateful towards that person. What were you, like a weirdo? Well, anyway, it's just like, get a fucking life or something. But you know, it's weird to me. It's weird, but that's everybody must agree with me. Like, dude, you're a bored-minded fucking. I don't agree with that shit neither. Like, I don't mind having disagreements with other people, but if they're wrong, I got to tell them how they're wrong. There ain't nothing wrong with that, but to immediately like demonize people, but humans do that. They did that about music, for Christ's sakes, back in the day, or attire. Oh, look how they're dressed tight. Like, who fucking cares, bro? I mean, people are super judgmental. People will cut you off the second you're not exactly like them. It's like, oh, that's why humanity never works. We subjugate ourselves. Not subjugate. We compartmentalize ourselves. My clique's over here, your cliques are over there. We even do it on a small level. And we're surprised that the government does it on a big level. It's like, man, when we all learn to fucking get along, maybe then we'll think that the government should be able to get along. All these old fucking geriatrics from 1947 that can't even think clear anymore. These motherfuckers' brains literally seizing up on stage. It's literally like the reality's like yelling it out as loud as it can. Like, guys, these people have gone retarded. And we're just still like, oh, there's Mitch McConnell again, fucking turning into a frozen toad. Like, what's happening? Well, anyway, just like, these motherfuckers are the ones running our system. Like, well, anyway, they're all sellouts anyways. They are all blown out assholes to elite billionaires, every one of them. Everybody you call the politicians really just, they're the current day communists with a smile and a pretend story. And that's all most humans need to keep listening to them and believing their bullshit. It's just everything about, I could complain about everything about reality, or we could just say the whole realm through and through. Not even just the physical one, but the dream one is contaminated. It's all contaminated. The water's contaminated. The food and the air is contaminated. The clothes and the beds are contaminated. The fucking everything is contaminated. Realm. Ain't worth a shit. It ain't worth a shit. This reality ain't worth shit. It's like, what? What the fuck? Everything I've been told was a lie. Everything I've ever been told was a fucking lie. What a shithole reality. Did any of the adults in my life have fucking sense in their minds? Everybody, well, anyways, is raised up by fucking dodo birds, bro, up in this bitch. Just non-thinking NPCs and shit. Just, but anyways, but I guess now I'm thinking. I mean, everything in hindsight's different. I'm thankful for the way that I was brought up or whatever, because it did kind of mold me into who I am now or who I became. Uh, if I am a multiverse being and I have an infinite amount of different existences, I think that the millionaire or billionaire versions of me are going to be more envious of my current experience, where I'm poor as fuck. You know what I'm saying? But because of how much this part of the experience contributed to the consciousness of my whole being, as opposed to they may have just been, let's say, a wealthy dude that, you know, had a white picket fence, boring family and died at, 72 from, heart failure or whatever, just boring regular life. So I guess I am thankful for all the battering and beating. It did kind of, you could say it woke me up to question reality, but I didn't need that. And that's all this reality does anyways. There are plenty of very conscious souls that grew up in a very happy household, so it's not needed. I'm just saying that's all the Dookie Boy realm would do for most part. When you look at people, when you're out in public and you can see all the mopey faces and just the down, miserable people, you need to understand most of the people you're looking at did not have it well coming up. Most of the people you're looking at didn't have a happy experience growing up. They're probably abused. They probably had a single parent household, struggle, lived in poverty, because that's the majority of people. That's the majority of people. But it's a contaminated realm. It's a contaminated realm. As a matter of fact, for the ones that have their flowery little pretty existence to have it, others must struggle and suffer. Even the goodness in the realm is contaminated. It's disgusting. This reality is disgusting. And your soul's probably past this hell realm of misery, meat monkey level, degenerate, feed into my animal desires. Yo, I got to ejaculate. Oh, I got to eat. Oh, I got to clean my stinking ass. It's just like, I'm personally done with being a meat monkey. If we don't evolve, turn into X-Men, turn into aliens, something soon, I don't know what the fuck. I don't know how much longer I want to be around in this reality. I'm not saying I'm suicidal. I'm not suicidal. I'm not suicidal. But I am saying I don't really want to be here every day. I don't understand what this place is for. And when I deeply analyze it and try to understand it further, I only walk away with more handfuls of runny diarrhea when I reach into the shit jar of the Dookie Boy realm for any kind of substance. I come back with, you've been lied to, you've been deceived, you're being poisoned, there's poisons leaking into your skin, this sun ain't even real no more. There's a fucking net around the firmament that traps people's souls. It's like, what the fuck? What the fuck, man? Does anything in this realm have a good story to it? Does anything in this realm? It's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate. It's a sob story every time. This reality. God cursed us. We suffer. Imagine the consciousness of God being like, I'm now going to subject millions or billions or trillions or whatever. There may only be 144,000. I'm now going to subject millions of fragments of my own consciousness to a realm of hell and suffering and struggle. Just, you would think there's no such thing as a god of this reality. The same way there's no such thing as a god of Mario's reality. What was that dude's name? Akira Toriyama? Oh, no, that's Dragon Ball Z. Mitsuyomo Yoshito. I don't know, man. I don't do good with Asian names because, man, they fuck me up. But the dude that made Mario, you could say, is the god of Mario. But there's no god of, like, Mario in the game ever became sentient and conscious and said, well, who's my god? Even the creators of him wouldn't be able to say, well, this person's your god. There's no god of him. There's a bunch of creators of him. And there's no god of Mario any more than there's a god of us because we're in a simulated reality. No god would ever create a realm like this and subject souls to a realm like this. So that tells me this is an advanced simulation. This is like GTA 20, real hardcore mode, where when like this is like GTA 20 hardcore mode, and sometimes I wonder because the evil elite parasites or whatever, and that may also be the Freudian slip there, parasites. That may also be the reason why they do. But they commit these like rituals, murders, blood drinking rituals, human cannibalism rituals, and I wonder. Because when you look at the way the reality, like things devour each other's guts, it makes me wonder, have we sort of gentrified a very violent, evil, demonic video game? Like this reality, like humans, here's like a little, like we'll say if the what if is true. Like if you went and murdered somebody and consumed their remains, you would be able to transform into them. Like the reality is so dark and evil, there may be something like that. Or if you drank their blood or ate their heart, you would be able to consume their essence and become immortal and live another 100 years, we'll say, and you'll become like a vampire. These things may actually exist in this reality. When you look at the code, the way it's all set up and the way it's animalistic and predatorial and everything's eating itself, it may actually be some evil shit like that going on, but we've gentrified it and we're just like, no, we don't want war. We don't want violence. It's like, dude, you're in GTA 20. Actually, when you kill people in this hardcore game, you become more powerful. It literally could be some evil shit like that going on. And I mean, I don't know. But I mean, I would. That's a sort of what if I wouldn't want to put out into the consciousness of humanity. Because some people may, there's some weird people out there, man. Don't think anybody just because somebody's watching a truth video that they're your best friend or something. Like these people could be evil. These people could be deception motherfuckers. They could be agents themselves. They could be agents themselves, studying every single word you say like a fucking weird drooling ass creep. Imagine watching hours and hours of videos of another man obsessed with like what he's doing, and it's like it's creepy to me. But there are people that actually do that shit in this reality. Like, imagine giving one of these types of creeps endless amounts of power. Let's say, like, make them a billionaire, or one of these trillionaires, one of these elites of this reality. But that same type of creep. You think that because somebody can have a ton of power and prosperity in this reality, that they can't be a weird person? I'd say look into the fucking track record of reality if you want any kind of realization in that department, you fucking dodo bird. Look at the fruit this place bears every time. 100% of the time. You want to talk about statistics? Look at those statistics. Those numbers don't add up for some reason. Why does it always go towards evil? 100% of the time. Why does it always go towards war and division and poverty? 100% of the time. Why does it always go towards nothing but suffering and misery and slavery and no cures and nothing healthy for us and no good food and 100% of the time. It's contaminated. This realm's contaminated. The souls of humans have become contaminated by it. I've become contaminated by it. You could say I've grown consciously. You could say other souls have grown consciously, but that doesn't change what I'm saying. This place is dark, evil, and contaminated. And it basically, you could say in a weird way, once you realize the realm's just a complete hellhole through and through, it sort of lifts a weight off. Well, I'll speak from my perspective. It lifted a weight off my shoulders. It is making me more numb and dead to it because I don't want to live in a reality like that. But it is making me more dead-eyed, like one of these fucking dead eyes. But it is lifting a weight off my shoulders. Because it's like, well, I'm over here beating myself up about this. And that's like, man, I'm in a hellish dookie boy realm. None of this shit even fucking matters. I'm over here taking this shit so serious. Like, bro, this reality fell out of any kind of creator. There was a creator of its asshole. It's a shithole reality. Everything through and through. And I'm over here like, I need to fight for humanity. It's like, man, this place is a dump. This reality is a goddamn dumpster fire. And I know why. Market Forever Conscious says that a lot. Dumpster fires, how he describes this reality. If you've ever been involved in a dumpster fire, you'd know I said it is the most disgusting, this nasty, putrid, really like get into the core of your like nose sensors type of stink. Just man, a dumpster fire is literally the worst shit to be around. It smells so bad. And I was next to one dumpster fire one time when I was a kid, and I walked home, and I swear to God, I probably walked 3 or 4 miles. Well, yeah, it's probably about 4 miles. I mean, I walked a lot when I was a kid. I used to walk 10 miles every day when I was a kid, but and I could still smell it like 3 miles away. I could still smell it. Like, dude, is it in my fucking nose? Like, it was just. But anyway, that's what this reality is. It's not just a hellhole. It's a hellhole that seeps into you and fucking contaminates your goddamn fucking nose hairs. You know, it's going like the fucking stink of this place is disgusting. Jeez, I'm becoming that fucking agent. What's his name? Agent Smith. Isn't that? Yeah, Agent Smith. I'm becoming Agent Smith. I can't stand the fucking smell either. This reality, I can't say, well, I can't stand a lot more than the smell of this dookie boy realm. I can't say nothing about it. It's a fucking shithole competition realm of fucking whose dick is bigger all the time. It's like competing for a piece of paper that contaminates people's souls and makes them nasty and evil. Fuck this place. It ain't even worth. I'll wipe my ass with this fucking reality. It feels a lot better to vent. Like, these videos help me. Thank you for that, guys. I appreciate that. I hope they help you guys too. But I still wish that there was that this was a good reality. I still wish that this was a realm of love, peace, prosperity, harmony, abundance. I wish everybody, I wish we were in a free reality that sustained itself, where I was going to the local market to grab some vegetables, even though they could be delivered. It's just something people would do to pass the time, to meet other people, to socialize. And I'd love to see, everybody, all different kinds of people, smiling and laughing and having a great time and dancing and everything becoming happy and a party. And you could say it's an almost childlike way to think if you're a man in the physical realm. Boy, what do you want? You want to see people saying Kumbaya? It's like, yeah. Like, I get, yeah. Yeah, I'm sick of seeing hell and war and suffering and poverty. When's humanity gonna grow past this state? But they never will. And I still can't let it go. They never will. I just can't fucking let it go, man. It's like, anyways, dude. So yeah, we were either thrown into some sort of mental torture chamber by prisoner of wars. I don't know who we were trying to kill, but they got us and they fucked us up with this simulation. Or God's sadistic and evil. I can't imagine a God creating a reality like this. Somebody may have created a reality. Something may have created a reality, but not God. God would never create a realm like this where the things that happen in this reality happen in this reality. Only a sadistic weirdo would. So kind of like the creators of Grand Theft Auto. And Grand Theft Auto, would you say the creators of Grand Theft Auto are sadistic weirdos? Not really. I mean, I don't know if I would call them. They may be. I don't know. Maybe they're baby blood drinkers or something. I'm saying not really. They create a game where you could shoot this guy and his guts come out, and then you could run this person over and chop this person's head off and do all this crazy shit. But we know it's a video game. It's like the creator of that realm isn't sadistic or weird, even though the things that happen in the realm are pretty sadistic and weird. You still couldn't argue that the god or creator of said realm is sadistic and weird. If it's a pointless simulation, a reality like this could happen and nobody would care. I think it's a simulation. I mean, I don't know. I know that's a scary thought for people, but scary thought for me. Well, scary. My eyes will be completely dead soon, and I'll be like, guys, today we will announce the final exam. every S, I'll just like, bro. If I ever become one of them, hey, nonconformists, if I ever become one of them dead-eyed fucking dodo birds, bro, I want you to come over here and kill me, bro. No, don't kill me. I'll figure out a way out of it. That's what I do. My soul is subjected to a tormented realm I don't agree with. I'll just figure out a way out of the dead-eyedness. I'll come alive again. Or I'll just become so desensitized to this reality. Like, fuck this. This reality's not worth experiencing. You almost can't blame somebody for entering a state of non-experiencing anymore. Their soul's probably just sick of fucking dealing with this bullshit. But yeah, anyways, fuck this reality. And it's dark overlords of I don't know what to call them. Bunch of homo thug ass fucking creeps that get off on fucking juggling men's fucking dicks up their ass. It's just like I don't know what to picture when I picture these demons. Maybe just a large-breasted, well-hung, bisexual demon thing with a dick that's next to its pussy and tits and manly pecs right above its tits. Just like, and its face isn't even like normal. I mean, just I can't imagine what the god or creators of a realm like this would look like. I imagine if this is a simulation, like you got to imagine, are the gamers of it watching NPC Christopher Sedaris talk shit about them being sadistic weirdos? Like, who would get off on this kind of shit? These are fucking demons. Like, I'm calling these things demons, and they're just like playing some advanced video game, and I'm over there being philosophical AI about how they're fucking demonic, evil fucking entities feeding off suffering and misery. And I got these poor teenagers questioning their damn interests. Oh, man, that's funny. I'm sorry. That's funny to me. That's funny. This reality's funny to me when I really take it serious. Well, no, I'm sorry. No, it's not funny. It's traumatizing. I mean, but why do I start laughing? Because I really do start laughing when it gets real dark. I start laughing about it, bro. Like,
Man, this shit's crazy. How could this have happened to us? Like, what kind of reality is this to happen to people? It's like, bro, don't show me a video of some dude on his fucking, some suburban fucking wealthy guy. Because that's the 0.1%. I'm not talking about that of reality. And even if we all had that, we're still only having that in a dookie boy realm of unnecessary suffering. So enjoy your hair in the wind. I'll never get it. I mean, this is why I got my beard to start flapping. I'll start fucking vibrating every word. Baby, God, we'll be out on the boat, fucking, fucking. But yeah, my hair in the wind. I'm on my boat with my babe in a bikini, my arm around my babe. Look at the guns. I got my guns out. Yeah, fucking, I'm cool, bro. This reality's great. This reality ain't great. You're a fucking low-level meat monkey. This reality ain't great. You're a low-level meat monkey. I don't know if I ran out of time on that last one or accidentally clicked something, but I'll take my hand off the mouse. But like, dude, I'm not telling people not to have fun and not enjoy the things in life they enjoy. If you enjoy going to the gym and getting a pump or a workout, that's fine. If you enjoy being on a boat, that's fine. What I'm saying is, for somebody like me or somebody that's conscious in the reality, to sit there and pretend that some sort of lifestyle imagery is a solution to the fucking problem that they're dealing with is insanity and bizarre and strange and weird to even bring it up. No, just work harder. Get some money. That'll make you happy. How the fuck did you hear any of my complaints? The whole reality's contaminated. You think being on a boat or whatever it is that people think about, it's weird that I can't come up with things. I mean, that's how contaminated the realm is. The Liddy ain't happy shit I come up with it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this place is a hellhole through and through, man. Getting on a boat, I'm not much of a fisher. Some guys like fishing. I mean, it's not really my thing. I mean, I enjoy it because I get to hang out with the boys, smoke a couple doobies with the boys. But other than that, man, it's like, give a fuck about being on a goddamn boat. We could be doing this shit in the fucking house somewhere, eating some cheeseburgers or something, motherfucker. You want to be out on this boat, these fucking mosquitoes and shit. You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, there ain't mosquitoes once you get far enough out, but usually we're always by the damn shore somewhere. But anyways, it's just, mosquitoes are killing people now. Like, everything's contaminated. Oh, look, there's helicopters pumping out bugs, and they're dumping poisonous bugs and genetically modified bugs, and then they're genetically modifying this, and this dude's buying up on land. The whole realm's contaminated. It's hell. Until we get rid of these evil doers, I'm not participating in Hell Realm or ever. I'm going to end up taking it serious again. It's hard not to. We're programmed to, but I'm not going to really take this place ever serious again. It's not worth any of our time, this Hell Realm. Grow past it. I'm pretty sure most of you have, and realize what it is. It's step one in some sort of growth process of your soul. If you realize, if you're not some weirdo that wants to come back here for some, I'm not going to call you a weirdo. I'm not going to judge you. That's your soul. Do what you want to do. Some people may be like, you know what, I'm going to come back and fight against this thing some more in my next life. Kudos to you. But if you're past this realm, I don't think there's anything the soul trap could tell you as a sovereign, conscious, aware soul now to get you to come back to it. Unless it has complete tyrannical grab you by the head and pick you up, force you into the realm type of power over you, your soul is way past any of the Matrix's tricks to get you to come back into it. And you could say, well, then it is kind of a growing school, isn't it, Chris? Because once you get to a conscious state, none of the little itty bitty fucking Cabbage Patch bullshit, childish shit like, come over here and have another life because you were naughty, shit's gonna work on you. So it's you kind of organically grow past the beast that's devouring you, right? Your soul pops out past it eventually. Okay. I wouldn't have made a school like this. If this is a school to do that, what I just said, I would have never made some sadistic ass, gross, destroy your mind from thinking consciously realm like this one.
I would have made one that made you think. I would have created a realm where the rules of it were written right in the fucking stars, right in the sky. If there were rules to it. Just I hate everything about evil, this reality, uh, people that suppress humanity. I wish their guts would fuck their guts. That's not harsh enough. I just want any curse they've casted upon any of us, any technology they're using upon any of us, any contract they have a contract. Can you imagine signing a contract in the spirit realm where you can manifest money in your back pocket? But anyways, like contracts they have, I want it to be reflected back tenfold. Like if they're using a technology to fry our brains, I want theirs to be fried 10 times as hard as ours are being fried. If they made a technology to poison our blood, I want their blood to be poisoned 10 times as poisoned as our blood has become poisoned. If they had hatred in their heart against us just for being humans or whatever, I want them to experience hatred 10 times as much as we've experienced. I'm the mirror man. That's how I actually, like by code, I guess you could say, if I am an NPC, I'm the mirror man. And I'm sort of the righteous mirror man too. So like, you say, well, if you're the mirror man, Chris, I'll come up to you and I'll slap you and you'll slap me back. And that's kind of correct. The truth is no. Because if you just walked up to me and slapped me and I didn't deserve it, I don't just owe you a slap. I owe you a fucking slap, like one of them slap fight contests, like really trying to knock you the fuck out with it type of slap. If you just did that to me. Because I'm a mirror man. I balance. Now, if I agreed to the slap, that's different. And then we just slap each other. But if you just walk up and slap me, no, I'm the mirror man. So I don't just have to slap. I probably got to knock you fucking, punch you one. I got to punch you one after you just walk up and slap me. But I'm the mirror man. That's the way I'm programmed. So if some evil doers are doing, and this is where our programming works against us. If righteousness actually happened in reality, I would love my programming. But what does my programming actually do? It puts me in a constant state of conflict internally, mentally, because I don't see happening what I want to see happen. You know what I'm saying? So really it works against me because I'm put into the contaminated slave realm. So being righteous actually hurts me more than it works for me. But don't worry, I'll find some comic book or some cartoon or some movie where the good guy wins in the end. The fuck out of here, you fucking low-level fucking weak ass. They're just other fucking humans playing games, bro. We need to go slap these pathetic fuckboys around. Oh, you're contaminated by the mind? Give them a fucking god slap. Boom! You're contaminated by the mind? Boom! What was that? You were involved in traffic? Boom! Just fucking start smashing these boys, bro. You guys really, like, they use the system and the monetary system to get away with what they do. Do you think if we were president with these things, they'd be doing this shit? When are we going to man the fuck up and do something about the evil in the fucking room? Everybody wants a fucking hero in a comic book, but they never want to fucking step up and be the man himself. And so people say, well, I'm powerless. I'm by myself. I know. But we ain't alone. We ain't alone. We got each other. If every day that we don't do something about the tyrannical evil in this reality is another day we consciously watch our neighbor butcher another innocent baby, send another child to war. We are all compliant in the demonic filth of this fucking evil system as long as we get that paycheck. The second those the second those thousands of dollars, you could get a check for $100 and somehow they manage to take out $900 of taxes. But once you say, yeah, I'll pay those taxes to get my check, you now have you could say contractually agreed to fund the demon system every time until we don't have a government that's demonically possessed or whatever's wrong with these weirdos, we will always be under the thumb of possessed demonic weirdos. I mean, I know this equation is so fucking complicated for human adult men to figure out. But guys, can we fucking do something about this shit? And the Andromedans are coming. Oh, geez, this is coming. Oh, fuck your human condition. Fuck your fucking human condition. Your fucking savior complex. Humanity's doomed. And it'll always be doomed. And little old me carrying the weight of the world on my shoulders ain't gonna do shit about it anyways. It's a fucking hell realm to torment and suffer people like me. I'm done suffering for this hell realm. This GTA 7 simulation not worth wiping your fucking ass with. Fuck this contaminated piece of shit realm. But anyways, I could actually do this for, especially like once my heart, like I could do this for hours, honestly. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.